Good morning, Pisces. How are you today? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekend reading, your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for July 11th, 12th, and 13th. That should be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, okay? We're going to do it the same way we did it last week, which is the Celtic Cross. People seem to like that better for a change, so we'll try that. And then at the bottom, I will pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to see if I can't give you some insight as to what could be coming towards you over the weekend, okay? All right, now, let's see. This one's for my Pisces. Sorry, got crumbs all over my table. Okay, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Stay there. Come on. All right. Let's see. Okay, Pisces. What is your current situation? All right. You're pulling the Ace of Wands, so that's the overall situation you got going for the weekend. Okay, so Ace of Wands to me is speaking about inspiration. You know, it is that thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's that thing that gives you a zest for life. Something that quite possibly has been lacking from your life, right? So your life wasn't bad, maybe it was, I don't know. But whatever, you just didn't have that zip to you. It looks like something's coming along to put a little bit of pep back into your step, okay? To make you feel passionate about something, okay? So it's a good feeling. That's a plus, okay? Or at least the opportunity for that is coming towards you. Aces are opportunities. So if you choose not to take it or not to grab a hold of this opportunity when it comes towards you, then so be it. It'll, you know, wander off, I guess. It'll go away. But this is the opportunity that you're going to have this weekend, is to be able to latch on to some kind of a newfound zest for life, I think. Something that's going to get you going, okay? All right, so what is the obstacle to that end? It's the Six of Swords. So there's a chance for some kind of, you know, passionate sort of inspiration to come into your life this weekend, and the obstacle to it is something about you trying to steer your life into calmer waters. So does this mean that you've been basking in a sea of, you know, not good inspiration or passion, right? Things have been less than stellar maybe lately. And because of that, you've opted to go to calmer waters. And so now when this new opportunity shows up, maybe you don't have the ability to discern between that and the negative that you've been through lately. Maybe. I mean, just because one situation or one job or person or whatever it is not working out right, doesn't mean that they're all bad, right? You always have to use your discernment when it comes to situations like this. All right, that's just an example. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay, so what is it you do need to focus on? The King of Pentacles. So I get the feeling this is you. This is how you're presenting right now. So you're presenting in boss energy. You are presenting as the person who needs to, you have a kingdom to run. You're somebody who's trying to be very stable in your decision making. You're trying to be, you know, you're abundant. You're being very, very cautious is what it is. So when something comes towards you that looks like it's going to be passionate and bring about new inspiration, I can see where you might, no, right now, no, okay, sorry, because you are a little bit leery maybe of excitement to some extent, huh? You're looking for very smooth sailing right now, it looks like. Okay, well, that is what you need to focus on, is staying in boss energy, so be it. Let's see what else we've got. What do you need to leave behind? Okay, the Devil. So I can't help it. I feel like you've been involved in a person, place, or thing. So you've been involved, it feels like either a job or a person, to be honest, but whatever it was, okay? You've been involved in something that you know is bad for you, okay? Maybe it did give you zest for life for a minute, or, you know, make you feel passionate and want to get out of bed. Maybe it made you feel passionate and want to get in bed. I'm not sure, but whatever the deal was, you knew from day one this wasn't good for you. From day one, you knew this was, it might have been fun, could have even been, usually things that aren't good for you are fun a lot of times, but you knew this wasn't going to be advantageous to your life in the long run, right? From the minute you got involved with it. So now you're trying to steer your life away from this thing, whatever this is that's negative, which is what you need to leave in the past anyways. But in the process, it looks like you're going to, you know, not pay attention to something good that's coming in. So something that was going to bring about the same kind of zest for life, but in a good way, or with good connotation to it instead of bad. There you go. So don't just put blinders on and go off into calmer waters. I think you got to keep little, I don't know, put a little window in your blinders so you can kind of see out the sides and see what's going on. I don't know, something like that. Okay, what is your strength here? Your strength here is you're the Empress, honey. You're all that in a bag of chips. And you need to not forget that, okay? Male or female makes no difference. It's an energy. But I mean, it is the energy of being all that. That's what you cannot forget, okay? All right, what do we have in the near future? The Knight of Cups. So you trying to rush in to save a situation, like you're trying to fix something, definitely. Fix it, save it. Please tell me you're not trying to fix or save whoever this person is over here that you knew was negative from the start. That's what you're trying to do, huh? Let's get. All right. You're trying to rush in and save something, okay? All right, what do we got here? What is the advice? The Hierophant. The Hierophant can be all about lessons, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is a series of lessons to teach you to pay more attention to your intuition or your discernment, to better utilize your discernment, something like that. Because for sure, this one is a negative situation, and the one right here is positive. But if you just put your blinders onto all of them, then you're going to miss the good one, right? Okay, what is the atmosphere? We got the Seven of Pentacles. You're at a very transitional phase right now where you need to decide how much you want to invest and into what, right? You don't have to invest in anything if you don't want to. But as you choose what it is you want to invest into, at that point, you still have to decide how much do you want to invest. So do you just want to stick your toe in, that's it? Or do you want to go all in? You know, things like that. You're very much so like in flux right now. Like you haven't made any hard, decisions like, boom, that's the way I'm going to go. You're not at that point right now. And what is your fear? The Knight of Wands. So you're fearing impulsivity, or you're fearing not thinking things out, or somebody else being impulsive towards you. I get the feeling you're afraid you're going to be impulsive towards a situation, and you don't want to do that. Maybe you have a hard time showing self-control within this situation that's got the devil attached. Maybe. Okay, what do we got for the outcome? Four of Swords. Girl, after guy, whatever. Either one of you, after all this, you're going to need a break. You're going to need to rest for a minute. This looks like a lot right here. Not too much, though. I mean, it's not too much. You can handle it, but it does look like a lot. Parts of it look like they were probably a lot of fun. But still, you need to slow down and try to use your discernment more effectively, maybe. Meaning, don't just let opportunities pass you by. Look into them for a minute and see what you think. Because if it's a good opportunity, then why wouldn't you take it? Okay. When you see the ones that you can tell right up front are not going to be good for you, then okay, that's probably in your best interest to walk away. But anyways, let's see what we got for the days of the week. Friday, I've got the Two of Swords, Ace of Cups. So you're wandering around with this cup full of love and you're not sure where to put it, it looks like. Decisions need to be made so that you know where to put this cup full of love. At least it's upright, so it hasn't spilled out. That's a plus. There we go. Saturday, I've got the Five of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So you have some sort of a sense of loss and regret on Saturday for some reason, and you are very much so in an analytical state of mind. You are trying to analyze whatever it is that's got you upset and figure out exactly what happened, why, when, where, all that. Trying to compartmentalize everything so you can move forward, I guess. And Sunday, you've got the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Wands. So by Sunday, you are trusting nobody, it looks like, and carrying a very heavy burden at the same time. So obviously, you have not found the clarity you're looking for on Saturday, I don't think, by Sunday, because that's why this is still a heavy burden and there's such a lack of trust. No doubt aim towards whoever this is that's attached to the devil here, I bet you. The one that you knew was no good from day one. At any rate, whatever. No matter what the cards say, you go make it the best weekend you can, right? Let's see. We'll get 3 cards, and that'll be that. What do I got here? The Hangman. Excuse me, the Four of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So, I feel like you maybe mistook, maybe not even mistook, maybe it was just karmic, but you saw this person. This is a person for sure now, I know. You saw this person as some sort of higher level soulmate when you met him, right? You just clicked. Everything seemed easy. This was great, but you knew in the back of your mind it wasn't good for you. They can come in as just karmic soulmates. Maybe, With the Five of Pentacles, there's something here about the fact this person was never going to fit into your life. Some people fit into your life seamlessly. That was never going to be the case with this person, and you know it. It's like 2 separate worlds, okay? With the Hangman, I think you do feel somewhat stuck just because there's still parts of it that you like. So it's very hard to cut something off when you're still having fun with it or when there's parts that you still enjoy. You're going to be fine, Pisces, but it might take some effort, okay? All right, thank you. There we go.